Hi, how you doing? This is Fred Quare, the Diamond Guy. We're going to talk about the 4 C's today. I know it's like, 4 C's. I know that. Carat, weight, clarity, color, cut. Yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about it. Well, let's talk about carat weight first. That talks about how big the actual diamond is. A lot of people don't know. They go like, well, carat weight. I know pounds. I know kilograms. I know. Where does carat fit in all that? Well, here's a little bit of information for you. 1 carat is equal to 1/5 of a gram. In the olden days, when they used to have counterbalance scales, they would put a diamond up on a scale, and they would put a carob bean up on a scale, and they would say, that weighs 1 carob. Over time, that's where it got turned into 1 carat. In the Orient, they didn't have carob beans, they had rice. So if you hear someone say, hey, that's a 4-grainer, or a 2-grainer. A 4-grainer means 4 grains of rice equals a 1 carat stone. So, what does it look like? Let's get an idea. Well, for starters, that's a 1 carat diamond. If you're at home, what you can do is you can get a pencil, and if you look at the diameter of the end of the pencil, it's about the same as a 1 carat. So if you take the pencil and you look at it like that, say, okay, that's about what a 1 carat looks like. Well, what does something a little bigger look like? Well, how about a 30 carat? 1 carat, 30 carat. Maybe thousands of dollars, maybe millions of dollars. So carat weight basically is how big it is. Just because it's big doesn't mean it's expensive, but the bigger they are, kind of rarer. Let's talk about the next thing. Let's talk about clarity. How clean is the stone? What I did for this part is, I'll put these down, is I took this glass model and I made a little kind of sad face on here. I don't know if you can see a couple little dots there and a little squiggly face there. But the key for clarity is how clean it is of inclusions, things inside the stone, and blemishes, which are nicks, chips that can be on the outside of the stone. The main thing is, when you look at your stone, you want to make sure you don't see any problems with your own eyes. Well, that's clarity. So we have carat weight, clarity, then color. Wow, I picked a real yellow one here, by the way. Some people call these canary diamonds. There's some dingy colored ones, but yellow just means how much nitrogen is in the stone. Usually a good thing to do is get a white piece of paper, which I should have had ready, and you can just take the stone, lay it in the little tray, and then see if you pick up any body color. If you do, the stone is probably no better than a J in color. Which brings us to the grading scale. Color is pretty simple. They just use the alphabet. Start with the letter D. D, E, F is colorless. G, H, I is near colorless. J, K, and L slightly yellow. Then it gets yellower down there. And then clarity starts with the flawless grade, which under 10 power magnification has no inclusions or blemishes you can see with your own eyes. Then what's called VVS, 1 and 2, which stands for very, very slightly included under 10 power magnification. Then there's VS, which is a little less down the line, VS 1 and 2. And then there's SI, which stands for slightly included, 1 and 2. And then if you ever hear someone say, this is an I1 diamond, an I2 diamond, I3, that's imperfect. If an inclusion or blemish is visible with your own eyes, like that is, you don't want it. That means it's a commercial grade, lower quality diamond. So, that's 3 of the 4 C's. How big is it? How clean is it? How white it is? And then finally, proportions. If you take a look at my monitor here, what you'll notice is there's a diagram of the skeleton of a diamond. You'll see one beam of light coming from the top of the screen, bouncing towards the bottom, with light returning towards the top. The number you see on the bottom right is, which says almost 10%, shows that if we cut a round diamond very, very well, we're going to get over 90% of the refracted light back up into your eyes. Now, so if the diamond has, this is going to sound a little complicated, and we'll go more into cut in detail later in another video. This is just an overview of the 4 C's, but if a diamond's crown angles are universal, if the pavilion angles are universal, if the table percentage is correct, if the girdle thickness is correct, if the polish and symmetry, total depth percentage is correct, which basically means the vitals, how well it's proportioned. If all of that is done correctly, you will see what I'm about to show you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tilt the wire-frame diamond just 15 degrees, and I want you to see how magnificent the diamond looks with a little bit of movement, and how the diamond explodes like a light bulb is turning on. So here we go. Check this out. Boom! You see how it lights up? That's what you see with the well-cut diamonds. The poorly proportioned stones literally go flat and dead and don't have a lot of pop to them. So cut is very, very critical in picking out your diamond. So, the 4 C's. How big it is, carat weight. Clarity, how clean it is. You want to see no inclusions or blemishes with your own eyes. Color, how white it is, how much nitrogen is in the stone. And then as we saw on the screen, if it's not well proportioned, the light's not going to get back up to our eyes. Anyway, that's just a little overcap of the 4 C's. We're going to go into much more detail later videos that are specific to just carat weight, specific just to clarity, color, and cut, and we'll explain all the measurements and all those things in much more detail. This is just an overview for you of the 4 C's. This is Fred Quare, the Diamond Guy. Talk to you next time.